up, everyone? This is Jason here, and in this box we have the brand new Bob Long Insight. This just came in today. I've been waiting for about 3 weeks to get this. This has the updated bolt assembly, not the prototype bolt. It has the official Bob Long bolt now to it. And of course, bought this from TradeMyGun.com. They don't only deal with used guns, they also deal with brand new ones. Great website. I recommend checking it out. Like I said, TradeMyGun.com. Excellent shipping and very, very good communication over at that location. So, now, you know me, I don't like to do unboxing videos, but this one I'm going to. The reason why is you need to see what this comes with, okay? I know you go, it's a gun. Nah, just bear with me, okay? So, of course, I got the polished black, dust black. Now, with this, you are going to get a 2-piece barrel. Now, this one is a 691. Your bore might vary, so just let you know. You do get a little itty-bitty bag of O-rings. And you get a very, very basic printed off of a printer little manual for your Frenzy 5.0 OLED board. So, just want to show you guys that. Excuse me. You will not get a pressure tester. You don't need one. This is a spool gun. You don't need a pressure tester on a spool gun. You basically chrono. There you go, champ. Now, thing I wanted to do is I wanted to do a comparison real quick within this video. So we'll take these items and actually real quick, this is actually a pretty good barrel, even though it's a bigger bore size. It has a very nice mirror finish and it has very nice porting. So this barrel is going to be quiet. So let's put this aside. Okay, so here's the Insight and here is a V2. Now, not much has changed. I'm going to show some difference here. The regulator on the Insight is longer. The ASA is the exact same. The trigger guard to this point is pretty much the same, but this has an LPR. This does not, so it is a smaller grip on the top right here. This one has 4 eyes. This one comes stock with 2 eyes, but it can be upgraded, and Bob Long is using the spring return ball detents. The feed necks are... The feed neck on the Insight is a little smaller. I'm not going to lie. It's still high, but the overall width is a little smaller. So, here's the big thing. The engines, or the motor, or the bolt, whatever you want to call it. Okay? So, we'll pull out the engine on the V2. Now, we'll pull out the engine. Now, this is brand new, so by all means, bear with me. This thing is still not even broken in yet. And there is the engine from the Insight. Okay? This is the newer bolt system that Bob Long made. When the markers first came out, some people got them. They were having bolt issues. The anodizing on the bolt was wearing out, and it was slipping, it was sluggish. This bolt is supposed to eliminate that. The chamber also has been changed. Now, wanted to get the side-by-side. As you can see, they're both the same length. The Insight is skinnier because it doesn't have the spring return or a lot of the other components. Both of these, so the Insight as well, does have the pillow bolt. So it's a nice little cushion right here on the front. Instead of smacking your ball, it's just going to push your ball, and you're going to be able to reduce ball breakage. So, just wanted to show you that real quick to give you a little bit of comparison of a marker that we're familiar with already. So, let's go ahead and put this back into the V2, and let's talk about the Insight. Okay, like I mentioned, the ASA is the exact same. The Purge. It does have a complete empty or a complete release. Soon as you degas your marker, all the air is gone. On that note, just like the V2, just like the G6R, these are not high pressured guns. If your tank is outputting more than 550 psi, you need to get it lowered to 450 or 550. I've already, we're going to be doing a shooting video later on, of course, where I use mid-pressure tanks, and they've worked fine for my V2 since the day I got it. The Insight does come stock with the OLED board, and I have to admit, this OLED board is bright, it is easy to see, and here's a little cool little thing I found out about this board. In this setting mode, you can actually change it so that the letters appear if you're a right-hand shooter, or they're going to mirror themselves if you're a left-handed shooter, so you can see it. I like the guns that have the LED right here, because if you're sitting there and shooting, you can just move your gun a little bit, move your hand out of the way, and you can see what's going on, if your battery's running low, if your eyes have a malfunction, instead of having to, turn the gun, kind of like my MacDev clone, if the OLED is right here. With this board, when you hold it down, it begins to count down. It goes 3, 2, 1, off. So if you accidentally press it and release, it does not turn the marker off. You actually have to hold it until it counts down completely and it is off. So overall, I'm liking the board. It is very easy to program. The only thing I've seen about the board is, like with the Virtue, depending on what button you hit, some Virtue boards you can count down. This is a count up only. So when you are programming your board, be careful. Don't start doing it too fast, because you will skip it and you have to go all the way back. The trigger on this, beautiful. This trigger has, well, mine does, has hardly any side-to-side play. It is just right there. It's perfect. I love this trigger. It is so smooth just to sit there and go to town with. Your fingers just sit perfectly on this thing. And I mean, you can just, not a problem. So this trigger alone, A+, guys. This is a great trigger. The milling on this thing is beautiful. This honestly reminds me of like something from Alien vs. Predator. Just like the overall milling, the little like curves, the little spines that you see on this gun makes the gun look absolutely sexy. And I've never ever said that before, but this gun is a sexy gun. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm very impressed with this gun. Now, like we mentioned, the eye covers do have a little lip. So when you're putting them in, you do have to remove them and kind of put them in first, then press them down. Okay? And actually, we'll go ahead and show you that real quick here, just so you know. So we'll go ahead and remove this. Okay? So there is a very small lip. You might not be able to see it too good, but of course, you can upgrade these to 4 instead of the 2. There's, of course, the spring ball dent. So we'll put that back in there. Don't want that vanishing on me here, especially not on a brand new gun. Okay, so when you put these back in, kind of give it a little lip down, and as you can see, it pops right back in. Very easy, very quick. Now this review is not going to be as long as most of my other ones, only because this is such a new marker. I couldn't really find too much information out about it, so I'm going to really be diving into this thing and dissecting it myself so I can get more information. And of course, the feed neck, you can just rotate with your thumbs or your fingers. You don't need an Allen. If it's too tight, loosen it up. If it's too loose, tighten it up. So you don't need it. Now, of course, the trigger does come through the trigger guard. Now, word of caution. If you decide to take this out, when you put it back in, be careful. Okay? Let me explain. The way this works is you need to use a small Allen or a small screwdriver to push the micro switch out of the way so the trigger can go in. If you do not do this, you will bend your micro switch. Now, overall, gun is beautifully machined. I mean, it is immaculate. I'm not feeling any sharp edges. I'm not seeing any breaks in the anodizing. It's beautiful. Now, the one thing I do want to show you is I do know with the Insight, Bob Long is using what he's referring to as a bullet solenoid. So instead of the long rectangular one like we're used to seeing in Egos or even G5s, anything like that, the solenoid almost looks and reminds me of an axe or a mini. There is your solenoid right there. It is a bullet solenoid. Now, Bob Long does have a video out on this gun, or this marker, telling you what you can do and what you do not want to do. I do recommend checking out that video. He does show you a lot of good troubleshooting problems, a few things that they've had out in the field that they are working on to get resolved. So, other than that, like I said, this is going to be a short video. First impressions of the gun, it's lightweight. It weighs in at 1 pound, 11 ounces. They're saying this thing is supposed to be very, very efficient for a spool. That's going to be a video we're definitely going to do for you. Overall, this marker is definitely worth the money if you ask me. It's $1,000, but this thing's in competition with the Geo, with the Egos, with its own counterpart, the G6R, the VCOM. All these markers are in the same price range. It really breaks down to what you want, how you want the gun to feel, how you want the gun to shoot. So, can't wait to do more videos for you. Can't wait to really dive into this thing and see how it operates. Other than that, this is going to be, like I said, a short video. Thank you very much for watching. This is Jason with the brand new Bob Long Insight, just arrived today. Thank you very much.